Alright, good morning. It is Saturday the 18th. We just left Mercer about 40 minutes ago. Heading down, I should say heading back down. We're going to, I believe it was Warren, Kentucky, picking up a couple coils. I'm pretty positive it's scrap coils. Just because it's going into Bellis and Oswego, and that's pretty much all they take is scrap. They ship out good stuff, but they're not taking in good stuff. So, worst case scenario, I'm going to be making some beveled boards today. I don't think that's going to be the case. If I do end up doing that, then I'll bevel out 2 boards and I'll cut them in half, and I'll have four beveled boards. Actually, I'd only need to do 1. I still have 2 beveled boards on the trailer, in the side boxes. I got two bevel boards that I bought from Iowa 80 a while back. Actually, I might end up using one of them. I think that might actually be better. Anyway, this load is heading up to, like I just said, Oswego, New York. So it's going to take me back home. My original ordeal of being in Kentucky. Oh my goodness. Not just Kentucky, being in Louisville was to get an inspection done. I had pulled out my lane departure warning button so that it couldn't go off anymore. And I guess that wasn't fast enough. Having that button pulled out, there it is. Having that button pulled out, it turns the check engine light on. I didn't care. So I would constantly go through everything. I would make sure that there was no warnings. Idiots, man. I would make sure nothing else was highlighted. Generally, if there's a check engine light, it's got a little red triangle on it showing that there's a problem there. So I'd go through, the red triangle would constantly be on the same one for the lane departure, and when I plugged that button back in, the check engine light didn't go off. So I started scanning every single one, and I came up with a code for when I looked up the code, it said something about one computer to another computer wasn't reading the same amount of ash. There was 2 different numbers for the ash amount in the DPF. I'll put up a screenshot here of what it actually said. Here goes another one. I'm empty in the climbing lane. These guys weren't taught what climbing lanes are or something. They just think the lanes appear on a tall hill because it looks good. I don't know what the brain process is there. pretty sure if you guys didn't catch it, I got a puppy on the truck now. She's a little young. She's only 6 weeks today. She was born September 6th. And she's out cold right now. I've been wanting to get a dog on the truck. I didn't want a puppy this young. I wanted at least a couple more weeks before I was expecting to get her. I think the original plan was like November 1st, but apparently the mother stopped producing, and they couldn't afford the feed or something along them lines. I really don't. I'm speculating a little bit. I really just don't care. I had to take her at that time, so I took her. I was hoping to leave her home for a couple weeks. I can't really do that because then she's by herself, and nobody to take care of her. And I definitely don't want to put her through that. So this past Tuesday, I picked her up from home, and it's going a little rough so far. I believe she's mostly pit bull. I don't know what breed of pit bull. I'll show you right here is the father, and then the mother. Pretty sure the mother is more terrier than some type of terrier. I was going to ask, but I keep forgetting. But either way, I think she's going to be more pit bull than anything. She's got a good pit bull look to her so far. But either way, we'll see how she turns out. I did find out. I just seen that they're doing like a DNA thing where you can swab the dog and you can get a better idea of what breeds they are. So I'm thinking about doing that. That sounds interesting. What else? That's it for now. I will show you guys the coils that we're getting. I called for a 6-foot tarp, but I'll just do what I gotta do like I normally do. I got plenty of tarp to make it cover, so and I'll give you a better show of Maisie. That's what I ended up choosing to call her. It was May at first, and then I added the Z on the end. Either one will work, but just yelling for May didn't feel like that would be a good name. So Near Maisie sounds a little bit better than Near May. Anyway, that's my mind and thought process on that. So we'll see you in the next clip. Alright, this is Maisie. Video angled right here. Alright. She's ready to go potty. Alright, we're in the bay getting ready to get loaded. We got 2 shotgun coils that we're getting. One's 23,000, one's 24,000.
It's gonna keep me just under 48,000. Is what it is. I only had the 2 bevel boards. I actually tried cutting this board here, and then you can kind of see, oops, right there, you can kind of see where I started taking that edge off. And I don't even know if that was it. I'm too shaky right now. I have like 80% of it cut, and then I was just gonna cut the board in half. And my batteries completely died out on me. They got too hot. They're not charging. I sat out there for 45 minutes messing with the saw itself. The releaser for the blade was all rusted up and corroded from sitting in my box back there. So that won't stay back there anymore. Honestly, at this point, I'm not going to throw it away, but I'm buying a different one. I'm going to go get, I think Milwaukee's doing really good with theirs, so maybe I'll go switch over to Milwaukee. Anyway, get this loaded, go walk the dog, and then finish securing and tarping. I'm beyond beat. I'm about ready just to collapse and call it quits. We got the load on. We got 2 coils as planned. Got 3 straps on each. We need less than it, but I just rounded up to 25. Call it 12.5 needed for securement. 3 straps puts me 16.2, 5, 10, 15, 4, 8, 12, 16.2. So the straps alone are good enough for securement. And then we got two X chains. And then I put a piece of rubber belting. I can't see. Piece of rubber belting in between the chains, just so that they're not rubbing. And you probably can see it. Let me see, zoom in. Let's go 10. I did it on that side too. Like I said, I'm wiped. I tried cutting a board, and like I said, it didn't work. The guy said, well, I'll have to just load you with 1. Okay. Oh wait, we can do 2. Yeah, figure. But he said the boards didn't have to be beveled, so. The check-in guy said that they weren't scrap coils, but why are they Xing it? I don't see an X on that one, but it might be on the front. Anyway, I'm fairly certain these are scrap, but I'm protecting them like they're not. My mouth is so dried out right now. Alright, there we are. I could have done worse, could have done better. I put a smoke tarp on the front. I think the back turned out pretty good. I used bungees. And I put that 2-inch on there because of there's just not enough eyelets, or I should say I need some like D-rings here in the front. I know that's a little harder to see with that sun, but I need like D-rings or something on here, so. But it'll go pretty good. Alright, that's it. We're all done. I'm all cleaned up. I am super aggravated. Just very touchy at the moment. I don't know how to explain it. Let's go this way. Stupid GPS, man. Best part about having that freezer, that stupid piece of crap in the back couldn't keep these cold. That thing, that refrigerator that they put in the Freightliners, they're garbage. The pulled out drawer or whatever.
Turn at the first right onto US 68.
It's got a little freezer thing up top, but it'll keep your water nice and cold. It built up ice in the beginning. I got fruit bars, and I got half gallon. Alright, anyway, we got 47,350 pounds. You already seen it, we got the 2 coils. I got 813 miles to the house. It's like 20 miles from where I parked the truck. I'm pretty much going to get there tomorrow night, and then I'm going to leave on Monday. And I'll deliver the load on Monday, and I'll get this down to Freightliner and get it checked out. Hopefully they can get to it pretty quickly. Hopefully it's nothing big. I already put up what it said when I the future of the editing process. I already put up what it says is wrong, but I still haven't looked it up because I haven't edited the video yet. But from what it says, I'm guessing it's probably just a stupid sensor or something, or they just gotta make it so that one computer is reading the same as the other computer. Worst case scenario, they got to change the DPF filters. I think those are warranted up to like 750,000 or something like that, if I remember hearing that correctly. I'll hold me to that. Definitely running low on sugar because that nasty feeling. And that's probably the worst part about having the puppy, because I start getting frustrated and aggravated with the load and stuff, and then she does something that just starts to aggravate me, and none of it's her fault. I have no delusion
In
about
3
that.
miles, keep left onto Russellville Road.
Right, she's a puppy. There's nothing at this point in time that she could possibly be doing wrong. She doesn't. There hasn't been any time to teach her anything, so I'm just at that point where I'm so used to being in the truck by myself and wanting to get aggravated, I can just sit here, take some breaths, drink some water, cool down, and yell at the top of my lungs if I need to, just to let something out. And now I gotta try to do that and make sure I'm not taking it out on her. So the most I can do at this point in time, as far as her, is just shove her in the cage and lock the door. And the other thing I need to start doing is keeping a timer going, so I'm not getting aggravated when she has an accident in the cage or whatever. I keep a bucket of water, or not a bucket, I keep a gallon of water over here on this side to wash up with. I got those gritty hand towels. I wipe up with them. I get a little bit of water on it, and it gets really soapy and wash up my arms real good. And then I can rinse off with the water. And I brought her over there with the water, because she ended up peeing in the cage. She got some pee on her backside and whatnot. So I just ran a bunch of water all over her back, scrubbed it in a little bit, rinsed her out, dried her off, and went for a walk. Oh, my body is so sore from this load. I'll tell you, with this load, I started doing the tarps wrong. I just wasn't thinking. I brought the big tarp up from the back, and I was prepared to put the other tarp on. I was actually thinking I was going to have to do tarp each coil separately, but they weren't as big as I thought they were. Oh my goodness, it hurts to push the throttle.
In half a mile, keep left onto Russellville Road.
So I was like, it's fine, because one side was going to be up a little high. So I was like, that's fine, and I was like, I'll just throw the smoke tarp over the back. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, maybe I should throw it over the front, because the front has some holes on it, on that part of the tarp, and I really don't want to fix them at the moment. And I already got to throw the smoke tarp, so I might as well throw that on the front side. I think it's going to aggravate me for the next month.
Keep left onto Russellville Road.
As soon as I get the inspection done, that button's coming right back out. Sidetrack there. So I start peeling back the blue tarp on the front, and I start putting the smoke tarp on like it's the back tarp. And I'm sitting there in the process, and I'm like, wait a minute, the wind's gonna get up underneath that tarp because it's on the front.
That just aggravated me more, so I had to jump up there, pull it back, fix it. I mean, I'm glad I caught myself, but it was just like, just not thinking today. I really just need to get my tarps. I need to get my inspection done, get my tarps, and then just start running coast to coast. The longer trips will allow me to adjust better with taking her to the bathroom. Even if I push it once an hour, take her for a quick walk. I've had a few walks where I've gotten it down. She went out, peed, pooped, walked a little bit. I mean, not a heavily amount, obviously, but we were done in 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. So that first day or so, I was out there walking with her for 15-20 minutes every time, and that just kills way too much time. But like I said, going coast to coast will help me adjust a little bit. Anyway, that's that. I'm not recording anything tomorrow. I'm actually going to finish this video here, and I'll start up with the delivery on Monday, and kind of lead that into how we make out at Freightliner. So, with that said, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week, next video, something like that. See ya.